My name is Alexi Neal. I am a somatic yoga therapist out of Littleton, Colorado, and I am here today to offer you a meditation to uncover mantras from your body. So often, when we are considering positive thoughts, ways of thinking that might be beneficial to us, we are taking ideas from the outside and trying to apply them to our inner world, or perhaps from the mind and trying to get our body on board from a top-down approach. This is going to flip that on its head. We're going to get deep into the body, deep into an experience of your physical self, and allow wisdom, words, mantras to surface from there. I'll guide you every step of the way. The first step is clearing some space for yourself. This meditation will be about 15 minutes, and you'll want to have a space that is as free from distractions as possible. So that may be different for everybody, but just try to carve out a little bit of time and space for you to tap into you. The less distractions that you have, the safer your body is going to feel going inward. I'm going to ask you to take responsibility for the safety of your body through this process, since I am not live and I am not there with you. If there is anything that does not feel right to you or simply is not appealing to you, you have full permission to disregard, do something different. Please take care of yourself. You will want a little bit of space to move around, but as well as a space to perhaps sit and settle throughout the meditation. You might even find yourself wanting to lay down. So considering where you are in your journey, if you want to set yourself up with a little bit of an inclined situation or with a chair, please take a moment to do that. Pause this and come back, okay? And once all of that is set, we will begin. So starting right where you are, considering if you would like to close your eyes or leave them open. If you're leaving them open, you might just glance down towards the floor, soften your gaze a little bit, or you can close your eyes completely. And let this signal that you are beginning a process of turning inward and noticing internal sensations. Begin to notice how you're showing up here right now and what you're carrying with you. All of the stuff of the mind, rather than trying to push it away, let's acknowledge it. Yes, that's here. We don't need to resist it. But perhaps we can ask it to settle to the background for a few minutes. Notice where your breath is moving most in the body right now. The rhythm of the breath. If it's deep or shallow. There may be a tendency to want to label what you're noticing as good breath or bad breath. And I'd like you to let that go and let your breath be what it is. And then notice if there's any sensations in the body that stand out to you right now. And as you've kind of completed taking stock of what's here in this moment, consider if you'd like to be standing or sitting for the first part of this practice, where we will move our bodies a bit. If you're choosing to stand, you may want to take off any socks so that you can really feel the texture of the floor underneath you. And we're going to start there with the feet. Noticing where the points of pressure are against the earth. You may begin to rock forward and back or side to side, creating a little sensation to capture your awareness. Noticing the skin on the soles of your feet. And then begin to notice the skin of the rest of your body, where it's making contact with your clothing, with the air. Notice the skin of your face, maybe giving a little scrunch and letting it go. Notice your scalp, the sensation of hair on your head, on your body. And start to move your arms, letting them lift up out to the sides at first, and then overhead, and then back down, noticing the sensation of air as you move through it. And then start to be aware of the muscles just a little further in from the skin, how they're moving as your arms move. And start to experiment a bit with pacing, getting a little bit freer with the movement. Your arms can come out to the sides, in front of you, behind you. Perhaps they want to swing, perhaps they want to rotate. Feeling the muscles as you move. Start to notice the muscles of the trunk, the chest, the abdomen. Maybe they're lighting up and engaging as you continue this movement. And you can start to let that movement go and bring a little more movement down into the hips, the lower body, the legs, and the pelvis. Staying with the layer of the muscles right now with your awareness. But of course, as you move, you might start to be drawn a little deeper into the joints, into noticing sensations in the knees and the ankles, the hips, each hip socket, where the legs connect to the trunk. And even some subtle articulation of the sacrum and the lower back. If you'd like, you can bring your own hands onto your body, wherever their hands want to land. Don't overthink it. Let your body guide you. Let go of any thoughts about what this movement should look like, and give your body even more permission to move at the speed, the rhythm, the direction that it would like to move in. There may be a desire to shake the limbs, to vibrate through the center of the body. Or perhaps there's invitation from the lungs to breathe a little deeper, or to breathe into a particular place of sensation, noticing without judgment what's here. And draw your awareness even deeper into the body now, noticing the internal organs. The womb nestled in the pelvic bowl. The organs of the digestion. The lungs and the heart. The esophagus. The brain. And bringing your awareness down through the spine, back to the base of the spine, your tailbone, rooting there. Imagining a line of energy descending down from your tailbone into the earth, spreading like roots. And as you breathe, begin to draw energy up from the earth into the tailbone and up through the energy centers along the spine. Just feel whatever that invitation brings to your awareness. Let it travel all the way up to the crown of your head, and opening from there, breathing along this channel of energy. You might imagine this energy as light traveling along the spine. Notice what's happened to the movement of your body. Without any judgment, simply awareness. Consider if you would like to invite more rocking, rotating, shaking, wiggling, breathing, or stillness is calling to you right now. And start to draw your awareness back to your hips, pelvic bowl, and the womb. And get a little more granular with whatever sensations you're experiencing there, whatever vibrations are present. Drop the question into that space. What would you have me know? And allow words to arise. They likely will not be formulated into a perfect sentence. Just allow the words to come. If there's resistance or stickiness or the words aren't coming to you, let that be. Give breath to that space. Let it expand and contract. Feel rather than think. And start to arrange whatever you're feeling now, whatever you're noticing, into a mantra starting with I feel. Trust whatever comes to you. Don't overthink it. I feel. And then holding that, we're going to bring a little more movement back in as we travel our awareness up to the heart. So from wherever you are, draw your arms out to the sides. And as you inhale, take your arms back in space, opening a little more, or maybe a lot more, through the center of the chest. And as you exhale, draw your arms forward in space, a little or to your full range of motion. And go back and forth with your breath, opening, closing, opening, closing, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Find a rhythm that works for you. It can be vigorous, it can be gentle. Follow the call of your body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then find stillness. Let your hands come to your heart. Feel the beating beneath your palms. And again, getting as close as you can to whatever sensation you're experiencing. Getting even more specific than just the chest, than just the organ of the heart, to a particular place within you that feels the most right now. And then sitting with awareness in that space, again, drop the question in. What would you, heart, have me know? And allow whatever arises to arise, whether it makes sense or not. Trust it. And then begin to shape it, bringing the mind in just enough to offer grammar and to shape it into a sentence starting with I love. And let whatever that is be. And with an inhale breath, draw your awareness from the heart space up the bridge of the throat to the third eye. And if you'd like, you can bring 2 fingers to that space in between your eyebrows, drawing your awareness through the touch of your fingers, the skin, the bone of the skull, the brain, and particularly the pineal gland that sits right behind the point that you're touching. Notice any sensations here, and here sensation might take the form of visuals, light, vibration, sensation. Get as close as possible to whatever you're feeling, whether it's subtle or not so subtle. And one more time, drop the question, what would you have me know? Start with just allowing whatever words arise to float in this space of awareness. And then begin to arrange them in a mantra beginning with I see. I see. Then take a deep breath in. Let it go with a sigh. Take a deep breath in again. And trill through the lips. Bring your 3 mantras into your awareness, visualizing them as words over the part of your body that they came from, as though you could write right on your womb, I feel. Right over your heart, I love. Right over your third eye, I see. And notice if one of these feels highlighted to you. It may be that all 3 resonate and feel equally powerful and important to you, but there may also be one that seems to have a particular pull to it. And if that's the case, notice that. And then considering how you want to come back to that one or all three mantras. I would definitely encourage you to write them down somewhere. But there may also be a place that you want to put them visually in your world, reminders somehow. Perhaps an alarm or notification on your phone, something that you can return to continue working with them. Knowing that this is wisdom that came from within you and nowhere else. And that makes it truer and more authentic than anything that could have come from outside of you. I hope that this meditation has served you in some way today. If you'd like to check out more of my work, the links will be below. Soulfully yours.